Hi everyone, it's Rachel here from the Shades of Orange. Today I want to show you what I currently have checked out from the library and what I'm currently reading. The only book that's not from the library is Lord of the Rings, the first volume, Fellowship of the Ring. And this is from my own personal collection, these gorgeous black editions. And I've decided to finally do it. It's been on my shelf a very long time. And I'm reading through this series. Essentially, I know it's one book, but it's split of course into 3 volumes. And I'm currently about a quarter through the first book. I'm enjoying it, but definitely it's slower paced. I love the movies, which is definitely helping me to get through this. So that's happening. Otherwise, books I have from the library include On Immunity by Ula Biss, and this is a nonfiction account of this woman who is a mother and is trying to grapple with the decision whether or not to vaccinate her child. It deals a lot with the question of immunity, vaccines, the ethical implications around it, the history, and it's all told through a selection of essays. And I've heard about this through multiple sources, but Book Riot particularly calls this book really kind for people who are possibly anti-vaccination. Personally, I'm very pro-vaccination, but I'm always looking for reading material that I could give to someone who doesn't know as much about the topic and is really unsure or afraid of vaccinations. So far really enjoying this, about a quarter of the way through, and it's slower paced. It's not something you kind of rush through. It's relatively short in size, but it's definitely something that you kind of, dip in and out of and read a chapter or 2 at a time. So far so good. I've also wanted to read more memoirs lately, so I picked up In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. And this is a survivor's account of a young woman who escaped North Korea. I believe she was around 13 when she escaped, ended up in China and had a really difficult experience there, and eventually ended up in South Korea and was able to tell her story. This is supposed to be a really harrowing book with lots of difficult details in it. I'm only a chapter 2 in. But it's definitely interesting. It hasn't exactly grabbed me yet, but I'm always really fascinated by North Korea as a country, and so I'm hoping to learn more about what the experience of someone as a North Korean living in the country, what it was really like. So definitely look forward to reading more of this one. And continuing the theme of really difficult books, I'm also reading the audiobook of Missoula, which is Rape and the Justice System in a College Town by John Krakauer. It's definitely a difficult read. Expect huge trigger warnings because of the content of these books. I'm almost halfway through. I find it really fascinating. I think it's a really important conversation to have. I think there's huge problems with how our culture deals with consent and victims, and it's just really fascinating, really sad and depressing at the same time. But yeah, so far good story. Definitely look forward to finishing this one. On a different note, I also have a fiction story called Girl Through Glass by Sarah Wilson. And this is a fiction account of 2 ballerinas set over 2 different time spans. In the 1970s, there's a young ballerina who is basically trying to escape the stress of her parents' divorce by focusing on ballet. And then in the current day, there is a ballet instructor who takes on a forbidden affair with a student. Honestly, I picked this up because I heard the word ballet in it. I do not dance. I know very little about ballet, but I always am fascinated by books about the subject and basically picked it up just because of that. But hopefully it's good. I heard about it from a post that Liberty Hardy did on Book Riot, but otherwise, yeah, don't know a lot about it. Hopefully it's good. It is a 2016 release, so I'd really like to read this because I want to read more brand new books as they're coming out rather than waiting a few years. So hopefully enjoy this very much. Finally, for something a lot lighter, I also got Hyperbole and a Half by Ali Brosh, and this is a graphic novel, or rather graphic memoir, about the author's experience kind of growing up, her childhood, becoming an adult, and it's just really humorous. This was originally a webcomic, which I had never actually read, but I know is hugely popular, and it was basically turned into this graphic memoir. I tend to have really mixed feelings about books that are described as funny. I don't always laugh at them, but this is a book that I'm finding legitimately funny. It's just a lighthearted book I've been needing this month. The stories are super cute. The drawings, you can tell they're not realistic. They're this really bizarre, derpy looking style, which is absolutely adorable. And I'm just enjoying it when I'm very early on, but I would definitely recommend this book if you're looking for something fun. You need a break between more serious novels. So definitely pick this one up if you're thinking about it. That's everything I currently have checked out from the library. As always, leave your comments down below if you have read any of these books. And also help me out. I'm currently looking to round out my month with a couple of lighter-hearted, fluffier reads. I just need some brain candy. I have a lot of nonfiction in this list, and I just really need something fun, something mindless for when I'm stressed and just need a good piece of escapism. So recommend me something that's like YA or romance or chick lit. I don't care. I just need something fun that's going to require very little mental energy. So thanks so much for watching. Leave your comment down below and I'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bye.